allow the two children to attend the budget every year.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary political, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary political, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary.
Greetings, citizens of the world. This is Anonymous.
We do not forget. No matter how much time passes.
We do not forget.
It has been called to notice worldwide that the Nigerian government failed to stop the police brutality during the obvious peaceful protest. The country has recorded over 10 deaths of its citizen gunned down by the accused police. This proved the level of brutality caused by the police and the government, who have both violated the right of the citizens. Irrespective of tribe, race, disheartening that you won't bring to justice every police who have involved in killing of the protesters due to the deep secret that caused the loyalties that lies between you and the people in your government. This is not a threat, this is a peaceful warning from us. You have 72 HRS to hear and assure your citizens. Your time starts now. Remember, we are watching. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
Good morning, good afternoon, and then good evening from wherever you're watching from, or whatever time you're watching this broadcast. So it is an update for you from the streets in Nigeria as they are taking the protest, as well as the government also taking their own tactic of dismantling them to another level. So a lot happened last night, between last night and this morning, over the protest in Nigeria. So among those is those who actually slept out still, not just in Lagos yesterday, even outside, Lagos, like Oshogbo, where people actually stood out as well and stayed out. So over the night as well, something happened. The campaign took another dimension whereby the anonymous, the world internet famous underworld, they call them the dark web activists, those who are ready to expose and bring government, they have their own way of protesting. Among them is hacking the vital government information, websites, links, banks, and details like that, and exposing the rot and corruption in the system. So they do this as their own means of protesting, and they have done something overnight. They hacked into the Nigerian police force payroll, and they also hacked into the which in fact exposed the details, contacts, names, address, numbers, account number and so on of police officers who are working under that division of SARS in Nigeria. So the Anonymous has given Nigerian government 72 hours. Well, it says 72 HRS. We believe that is 72 hours to accede to the request of the protesters, or we don't know what they are going to do. They don't arm, they don't fight, they don't shoot people. Anonymous are not terrorists. They are just people who eventually expose more than what the government bargained for, okay, in the protest. So the protest is taking another dimension as the online protest and the online campaign keeps growing and growing. Overnight as well, Jack Dorsey, the owner of Twitter, eventually supports the End SARS, End Swat protest in Nigeria, and they are all asking the Nigerian government to listen to the young people before this gets completely out of hand. So Twitter has endorsed the End SARS, End Police Brutality in Nigeria, End SWAT, all the campaigns that is, all the campaigns are led by the young people in Nigeria. Why that is going on? The government is not giving up. They continue to recruit people who can stand up and help them, in a way, crash the protest. They have done a lot, okay? They have tried to break the ranks of those they suspected to be the organizers of the protest, but that didn't work. They brought in the, the private sectors, the elites, Dangote and the rest of them. That seems not to work either. So they have started recruiting thugs to attack protesters so that they can have the opportunity of moving their tanks out. So that seems to be the last stage. The protest in Nigeria has been so peaceful. There's been no attack, no violence, no fight or anything, except the violence unleashed on the protesters by the government of Nigeria through the police. So they have decided to withdraw the police in some areas, while the SARS criminals are still operating across the country. They are still there, okay? But they have been told to lay low for now, or to lie low for now, and stay away from public eyes, especially from states where the protests are so strong. So that's what they are doing, but they are still out there, okay? So while that is going on, the government has also been paying other people in the north, in the northern part of Nigeria, telling them that they should come out and denounce the protest, because just yesterday, a northern group came together and they said they were going to use this momentum to also campaign for the end to banditry, end to Boko Haram, end to poverty, and end to insecurity in the north. So they are about to start that today, or same day, just same yesterday as well. This group came out to tell us that the request of the protesters are not genuine. In fact, they want to turn it to politics. And that's the old trick. One of the reasons why the government is so confused. They have never seen anything like this before, and they will never be able to handle it. They are going to make a lot of mistakes. So last night, the report also came that Buratai the butcher, the chief of army staff of Nigeria, approached Buhari, the lifeless breathing mannequin, that this protest is lingering on for too long, and they are ready to move out and crush and take over all the protest grounds all over the country. So according to the report, they said, the chief of staff to Buhari, Gambari, Gambari advised Buhari that that would be too dangerous because the protest has taken an international dimension. So, and people, the whole world is expecting that they are going to use the military to crush the protest. So it wasn't a good idea, okay, that they should bid their time and give the protesters time to go home. So Buratai was very furious. He was very angry, according to the report. So if he had had his way last night, this morning, you would have seen their soldiers, different, but they would just call them out from all their garrison command and all of that. Okay, and they will tell them to move to the streets. And before you know it, within the next 24 hours, their soldiers will be everywhere. But will they be able to stop the protest? That is what they don't have an idea of yet, okay? But they are coming, yes, in another few days. It won't be a shocker if you see them move out the tank before tonight. It shouldn't shock you. You know why? Buratai doesn't really take order. It doesn't really have any other mission than to protect the regime. So the impression in the corridors of power right now is that some people are using this to overthrow Buhari, and that is their worst fear. So to them, they are going to begin to arrest people for coup, and the soldiers are going to be on the streets soon. So that was last night, and that is still, that is still developing. We don't know how long it's going to be. However, Buratai came out and said the Nigerian army is loyal to the president. Can you beat that? How many times have I said it on on this platform that Buratai the butcher, the man that is currently battling or pretending to be battling the Boko Haram war in Nigeria, is actually not doing it or doing anything to end the Boko Haram war, end the banditry, or protect Nigerians. His allegiance is to the president, is to the regime. His allegiance is not to Nigeria. And he made that clear this morning, and he said their loyalty is to the president. Can you believe that? From a soldier in Nigeria. But for those who are still deceiving themselves, thinking that these guys don't know what they are doing, or possibly they don't know what they are up to, but the only shocker they have now is that this spontaneous protest, they don't know who is sponsoring it. They don't know where you're getting the money from. They can't really pinpoint that on anybody. So they are going to be shadow boxing. And Buratai the butcher, the same guy that cannot defeat Boko Haram, protects the north, protects women, protect villagers, the farmers, the children, and all that in the north. The same guy who cannot protect Borno. Well, they said he's from Borno, I don't know. He cannot protect Borno. Out of about 30 local government they have there, probably only 2 are functional. The state capital and probably the next city to it. So that same guy is about to go on the street to defend the regime, which he pledges allegiance to. And when Buhari go down, Buratai will go down with him. When they begin to, because Buhari himself is going to end up in ICC, right? He's going to end up in ICC. He's going to end up in The Hague, where it's going to be, that is an international criminal court. That is where it's going to end up. Buratai the butcher will also end up in ICC. Yes, many of them will not probably die in Nigeria. They are going to die in prisons far away from Nigeria. And they are about to buy that ticket now. Buratai is angry. They are all angry that what is going on? This is about to get this or that. And this is one of the ways they are going to start. Okay. The protest has been so free and so peaceful, but only the violence unleashed on the protesters have been the problem so far. No single place has the protesters ever been accused of starting a violence. But when their police killed over 10 people, they killed 10 people on record. And they shot at many others who are now recovering. They tortured. They even raped a girl in Surulere. They arrested her for protesting. She slept in their cell overnight. They raped her. A lot of atrocities were committed against the peaceful protesters. But that's not enough. They are just about to start. If you see my video, the one last night before now, you will see where they are attacking the protesters in Abuja, attacking protesters in Lagos. Today in Lagos, they actually use government vehicle, the government bus, 20 buses to convey armed hoodlums to go and attack protesters in Alausa. I'll show you the video. Don't rush. But they have started the agenda of trying to use politics, trying to use tribe, trying to use religion in order for them to have an excuse to come out and turn this to wahala, to big problem. Because that's the only thing they know. This needs to be violent. They don't like anything peaceful. They don't want you to be peaceful. They don't like it being peaceful. How can you organize a protest that's so peaceful? You are not tired. You are not fighting. You are not disorganized. What is going on? So they needed to bring violence to it. And the whole world need to pay attention. The whole world is paying attention. So they put these guys together, and he has this to say about the end SWAT. And let me be honest with you, for those who might actually be asking themselves, what else do the protesters want? The president said they are going to do this. Listen, this is the 5th time they are telling you that they are going to reform police under Buhari alone. Did you know that? 5th time. So what will make you think this 5th time that they said we are going to do it, we are going to do it now. In fact, we are going to blah, 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 blah. What make you think that everybody should agree with you, that they should believe them? This is the 5th time under about 3 or 4 different police IG. I mean, 2 to 3 police IG. Same thing, same line, same tactic, same results. And that is exactly what these guys are trying to propagate.
To violence.
Jesus is
Recently,
Lord.
protesters have been assaulting security agents.
Jesus is Lord.
Officers of the Nigerian force.
Jesus
Many
is
of them
Lord.
have been attacked and injured by hoodlums who are hiding under
Jesus
the guise
is Lord.
of protest. Protest gradually turning into anarchy. With the way the protest is going across the country, there is a gradual slide and slip into anarchy. This is indeed worrisome because it may snowball into what might consume the entire nation. Fake news on protest and other unfounded stories. Since the protest started, there have been high level of fake news on social media to create unnecessary tension, pitching Nigerians against the government, hence creating civil disobedience to law and order. This is very dangerous for our country.
They pay them all. Those are the, the Buhari Danes. For the past 1 week, they have pretended that what is going on does not affect them. Now they are finding their level because they are now moving money into them. I mean, moving money for them now to be able to come. They are giving them a media platform so that all those news will be what they are going to be showing to people in Nigeria. Okay, so those who are at home asking themselves, why are they protesting? Why this and that? They will be telling them that, see, government has decided to end it. They have even, in fact, government has scrapped SARS. This is the 5th time they will scrap SARS. So they would be telling them at home on their TV there and lying to them at home, trying to make them see that when the soldiers goes out to start attacking people, it was because those people are troublemakers. Because Buhari don't talk, say, Ingo do am, say. Do you get that now? But it will fail. They should ask about Hosni Mubarak in Egypt. Ask about Muammar Gaddafi in Libya. Ask of those who fell. Even though there are people who have been living under bottled, under bottled tyranny, finally found their voices and they came for their, came for their own oppressors. The people in Nigeria who are in charge of the government have no clue why people are on the streets. So they are making up their own reality. They don't know the reality. And that is why Sanwo-Olu will promise their protesters that they are free to protest. Police will not attack them. Only for Sanwo-Olu to give Baba Alado. They mobilized thugs from Mushin in Lagos this morning. They mobilized thugs. The state government gave the state buses, BRT buses. They gave that to Baba Alado in Mushin to load as many as possible young people who probably have been given enough drugs to get them so riled up that they gave them cutlasses, gave them guns to go after protesters in Alausa, and this is where it becomes really, really dangerous to let you know that your government is the enemy, right? The governor of the state was speaking to peaceful protesters. Nothing happened. He knew that the protest was peaceful, but they couldn't change the minds of the protesters because they couldn't meet up with whoever is leading them because they don't have any leader. So he then pledged to them that, listen, it is your right to protest. It is your this, it is your that, the typical politician. Then he left that saying only for them to unleash thugs sponsored by the state government, using the state BRT buses to convey thugs from Mushin to Alausa. Alausa happened to be the seat of power. Alausa is where they have the, the police headquarters. They have the State House of Assembly. They have the governor's office. They have, it is their secretariat. It is more or less like you going into governor's office with thugs, with guns, cutlasses. Protesters have been there for over a week. There has never been any time that they vandalized anything. These young men and women asking the government to do the right thing. They have been so responsible that you will be wowed at this kind of a protest. You see, their food are supplied on the, at the protested ground, their drinks, everything they use. And when they finish, they take turn to tidy up the whole environment. You needed to see that. I mean, I saw that. So they were even giving food. Sorry about that. I think I had a breakup there for some reason. I'll check why. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they are trying to get at us again, but they will just try. It won't work. The protesters were giving food to policemen. It was all orderly. There shouldn't be any problem, but not this morning. Are you with me? Watch this. This happened in Lagos.
See knife, see knife.
So they are bringing in the thugs, the hoodlums, with cutlasses, guns, knives, and every other dangerous weapon you can think of. Government of Lagos State that does not want their properties or the government properties vandalized. They mobilized thugs in government buses and mobilized them to the seat of government, where the governor sits, deputy governor, the speaker, deputy speaker, the state chief justice, and the rest of them, all of them sit where they stay, the seat of power. Protesters didn't bring the weapons, but the state government, through their branch of NURTW, which are going to go into extinct anyway by the time this whole dust settles. Government attacking protesters is scary. There's this channel's report. It's not really a balanced sort of clip, but just deal with the voice on it, okay? This is after those thugs, after they moved in and they started their havoc. They started attacking the protesters. They started cutting them, shooting, and all of that in Alausa. As you are watching this right now, it is ongoing in Alausa. The saddest thing is that the police that was shooting people before the thugs came, before these hoodlums came, yeah? The police themselves are now protecting the hoodlums in the seat of power, at the seat of power in Lagos State right now. Alausa, watch this.
In live pictures now of some incident, some disruption with that protest in Alausa, Ikeja. We understand that some persons are shooting at some of the protesters there right now. What's going on there?
It's a very terrible situation here. We have guys, we have people being mobilized in the cutlasses and all forms of harmful thugs.
Well, talk about your safety is of importance, safety of everybody else participating or wherever they are. So we do hope that you need to be careful as well as everybody else. So you need to be safe first before you can give an interview. So we'll let you just get yourself at least in a good position or safe position.
even channels reporter couldn't make any report. He can't even report back on because he knows they are shooting from everywhere. They saw them moved in. You would expect the police to stop them and arrest them because the protesters in Alausa are not fighting. The policemen were standing, and then these hoodlums, they started coming in. But they said before the hoodlums arrived, the policemen had a short meeting whereby all of a sudden they just suddenly withdrew from the scene. But when the hoodlums started coming down and down and down, and people stood their ground, they actually went for the known faces on social media. Some faces that have really pulled ground. They have really pulled crowd since the whole thing started in Lagos. So they went for them to attack them, possibly to harm them and kill them. So those had to quickly leave the scene. Everyone had to run away. 20 buses from Mushin. And the only mission they had therefore is that anybody they see, any young person they see, they should attack them. In Lagos State, so sponsored by Lagos State government, Sanwo-Olu will come out in the next few hours and condemn it. Who is he deceiving? Why is he disguising? In the same Lagos, they did this to a woman, a mother, policeman. No.
Me, I'm going to take it up. How would they slap? What did she do? What did I do wrong? I'm a Nigerian. I'm a free citizen. I have the right to go to the police station. I am not a criminal. Unjustly. Just like that. I didn't love it. Show my law. See her face. See her face.
Slapped an elderly woman. That's how they treat the citizens. It is Nigeria. It is what it is. This is what people are. This is why people are protesting. This is why people are asking the government to stop this. Even the Bewudani IG, that the whole lady, everyone is now asking him to Sorosoke. Wiri Sorosoke. He's explaining what they have done. And you can tell from his description that he's absolute lying. Let me first show you a lady that also witnessed the attack in Alausa this morning. She's a protester and she is scared. Watch.
I'm on my way to work. I don't even know what's going on now. Like, they've really beat me this morning, like beat me proper. I was just crossing the pedestrian bridge and then they're shooting guns around the CMD road, the secretariat. I don't know what's going on. All these Agege boys, I don't know what's going on. They're now shooting now. They are with cutlass, they are with sticks, they are throwing stones, like everywhere is in chaos. Please, someone should just come and help. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on here. We really need something to go on. But this is supposed to be a peaceful protest. I don't know what's happening right now, but it's dangerous. I don't even know how to go back home or go to the office or go to anywhere right now. Like, this is just a lot.
Sisi was going to work and she got caught up this morning. That is the violence unleashed by the government of Lagos State on the residents of Lagos State and the peaceful protesters in Lagos State. So the whole world, I hope the whole world is keeping record of that as expected, right? Now listen to the Bewudani IG, who believe that he's talking to some Ilekeu boys in Kano, or he's talking to some Ilekeu boys in Zamfara. Not that he's talking to actually people who are smarter and better intelligent than him. He's describing something that they've denied many times. And whenever the uproar like this pops up, they come to admit it and say the era is gone. Which era gone? People are still being harassed, extorted in Lagos this hour. Even when upon say protest day, they are still chasing people up and down to extort them. And you want the world to believe you. How? Listen to him. I decided to replay this.
issue of any police unit at all going to look at people's telephone, which is supposed to be their private property, or looking at the type of vehicles they are using, or profiling them to see whether they are Yahoo boys or not. That era is gone. It is not acceptable. It is not what they have been taught to do in terms of training. So be rest assured that everybody, both the police that were serving you, the public, and the members of the public, will see a robust unit that will be intelligence-led, so as to save the law-abiding citizens of this country.
Really, the disguise is disguising, okay? Is talking trash. People have heard that a lot. They said they want to see action. How difficult is that? You said you would do this thing. You said you know how to do it. You know, you are telling them that we are going to blah, blah, blah. Do it. That's the point. When you said you are going to, when they said you should release all the arrested protesters, and they said, if you begin to release them, they will know. When you started releasing all the protesters, what happened? They also agreed that you are doing it. They have seen action. Do it. That's what they are saying. Not just promise it. Because those who are still checking people's phones are still going to continue to check people's phone. And that is why this protest will not end. Not anytime soon. Okay? So they are jittery. They are worried. But there's something they are not telling you yet. The protest, even if they continue to unleash their street thugs on protesters, it has gotten to a stage whereby the protesters themselves are now brazen up. Let me tell you part of what, first I'll tell you one of the reasons why this protest is so important. And it is more than just end SARS or end Swat or reform the police. Not just that. There's going to be a lot of reforms that will needed to be done. And I believe that is why the Lagos landlord is no longer happy. You know, that is Kalu Kalu, Lekki toll gates, 100 million naira a day or 120 million naira a day that is making there is on that. I mean, it's under threat. Someone that is making what do you call it? Someone that is making over 3 billion naira a month through toll collection, tax collection, and all of that at a spot. For the past 1 week, you have not been able to let him make his money. And that is not going down well. He is losing money. And they know that the police cannot be used to set you away, to send you away. They know that they are likely not going to be able to, bribe you to go away, since nobody paid you to come on the street in the first place. So there's no way they will come and give you money to go home. So they decided to pay other people that can scare you away. And those are the hoodlums that they are paying. MC Oluomo, Kokusaria, Talu, and the rest of all those thugs and all those criminals who are their own ring commanders in the Agberu Security Academy, the Agberu Terrorist Academy of Lagos State. So they are now going to use them because they will do it cheaper than what you are asking them to do to change. But let the world know that you are not just asking to end SARS. There's more. That's why I'm going to share this Plus TV clip. It's been going on viral for a very long time. It's just a refresher. But let me tell you, the organizers of the protest are not backing out. They know the government of Nigeria, who attempted to shut down their donation accounts. They have decided to go fully on Bitcoin. Let me tell you this again. The protesters in Nigeria, they have coordinators now who are online coordinators, right? These coordinators raise money for them, and they identify where protests are taking place all over the country. And so far, so good, they have identified 90 spots. Listen, this is not like, oh, there's protests in Lagos. And there are protests in Lagos at different locations in Lagos. There are protests in Oyo State at different locations in Oyo State. There are protests in Abuja at different locations. There are protests in Kaduna. There are protests in Yobe. There are protests in Jigawa. There are protests in Niger. There are protests in Kano. There are protests everywhere. All these SARS protests all over the place. These guys have identified them, and they said there are 90 spots in all. Meaning, every day they know that people gather at 90 different spots in Nigeria. 90. Okay. Now, out of this 90, they said they have raised over 62 million naira. They have raised over 2 million naira in Bitcoin. As they are raising naira, they are also raising pounds, raising dollars, Canadian dollars, and name it. And they are giving account of every penny. Now, having been on that solid base, now they are also from those 90 spots. It is now easier for them to receive signals from all those 90 spots. There are other spots springing up every day. The longer this government play about, or the longer this government try to subdue them, more spots will spring up across the country, and it will no longer be about end SARS anymore. It's going to be about end Nigeria. Some of you don't know that you are still going to that stage. We are going to go to the stage of end Nigeria now, because by then you will know that there is actually nothing to salvage about the country other than your own sanity and your own your own humanity. So more spots, all these 90 spots, if anyone is shot at anywhere, they will receive the signal. They will receive the name of the person, his age, his gender, and all of that. They will send money to get you treated. If you are attacked or at any spot out of these 90 spots in Nigeria, they will send money to you, to send money to your team there to take care of you. If anyone dies at any spot among those spots they have highlighted, they have already set aside money to pay to the family and use their platform to crowdfund for the family. Are you with me? Now that they know that they are going to begin to pay hoodlums to attack protesters, do you know that today, meanwhile, even before I get to that, they now have over 15,000 volunteer lawyers. Listen, 15,000. They said they are having a target of 50,000 because they know it's going to become a bigger thing. The whole world, countries will begin to make statements about Nigeria. So they are ready. So that when you get arrested illegally for protesting, there will be available 50,000 lawyers free of charge. You see, wherever you get arrested, the whole area is covered. If anybody is arrested at any part in Lagos, the unit there will report. They have arrested 4 people. Oh, they have the same thing that is going on in Alausa. Alausa is not the only place protest is going on in Lagos. It's going on in Alimosho. It's going on in Lekki. It's going on everywhere. The Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is locked. The Lagos Airport, International Airport, is also shut down. All those spots are protest spots. If anything happened to you at any of them, they will radio. Once they radio that someone has been shot, hey, someone has been attacked, 10 people have been this and that, all those reports. As you are dropping them, they are giving them follow-up. You will see help on the way. Oh, they have arrested 10 people. 10 people. They will send the lawyers down there. Give us the details. Who are those who arrested them? Which police station? And everywhere is covered. And they are looking to cover up to 200 to 300 protest spots across the country. So that if their soldiers attack you, you will get support. If their thugs attack you, you will get support. Now, what they are now doing is that they are now hiring bouncers. That is where the Nigerian government don't have a clue what is still coming. Are you with me? They can use all the old tactic, paying some people to begin to spit trash, trying to underplay the protest, trying to make it look like a blah, 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 this or that. It's because they don't like Buhari. Yes, it's because they don't like Buhari because Buhari himself doesn't like anybody. Buhari only like Buhari. Is that not the issue? If he loves his own people, would he look away as they are killing his own people, kidnapping them for ransom in Katsina, in Daura? If he loves his own people. He doesn't love Buhari, only loves Buhari and everything Buhari. That's it. So, but they will tell you that it's because people who are standing up to ask for their rights, it's because they don't love Buhari, right? And that won't fly. That is where the problem is. It will not fly. You get me? The Biafrans are now ready to join. The Nigerian government is planning to shut down the internet in Nigeria. The whole world is now watching. They want to shut down the internet before they will begin to attack protesters, and start taking them in, kidnapping and the rest of that. But what they don't know is that the protest, this ongoing one, is already encouraging so many open-minded northerners, educated northerners now. They are grouping. It will shock you that very soon, it will no longer be just end SARS. It will be end banditry, end insecurity. And all of you will just be like, oh boy, now wow, he don't read you. So Umar, where they abuse everybody because of Boko Haram. So Umar, you two self go fit carry placard and ask to end their insecurity. Hey, now so it be. Then you will see Biafrans juggling with Oduduans, with the area ones. Everybody will now be asking for, you know what? We'll first finish this one first. We'll go share the country last. Thank you so much, Elizabeth Oshodi. God bless you for your super chat. Your super sticker there. Thank you. People were asking me after the broadcast yesterday. They said, Maiyegun, we want you to always show the super chat or super sticker of everyone who gives out, because it encourages and it is very much like, I don't know what else, but it's very much like a transparent to let you know that you are appreciated. And at the same time, it should be on record that you did this. Thank you, Elizabeth Oshodi. So also, for those who might want to also use that, it is on your screen. You will see where you have that comment, you will see the $sign. If it's available in your country, use it. And mind you, it is optional, okay? It doesn't reduce whatever you say or the contribution you make on the conversation. But do me one favor. That favor is the most important favor I can take from you. It is bigger than money by all calculation, okay? In all estimation. And that favor is click on that subscribe button under that your video. Click it now if you haven't. Check it. If it's showing that you should subscribe, it means you haven't. So do it before the end of the broadcast this morning. That's the most favor I would love to, because that means you will never, ever miss anything I say or whatever video I release out there. And that's more important. The message reaching far and wide. Thank you. Elizabeth, again, thank you. Olatunji, Babatunde, these are the paying members of Maiyegun's Diary Political. I am very much grateful to you guys. Will you believe it? I've got 26. Can you beat that? I'm like Netflix now. You know, when Netflix, if you want to have Netflix, you have to subscribe. Then you have to subscribe monthly or however you want to do it. I've got amazing people, like many of you watching me too. Amazing people who actually believe so much in Maiyegun. That if I open a TV station, if I make it a premium TV station, they will still pay to watch Maiyegun. They have subscribed and they are paying monthly for being here. And my number is growing. I checked last night. I used to have a silver tier members only, which I appreciate, and they are the foundation, right? The bedrock. So yesterday, I got some new gold members. These are the members that will be paying a minimum of £4.99 subscription every month. That is progress. I don't know how you see it or whatever you call it. So thank you, my dear brother there, Olusegun. Olatunji Babatunde. So let us proceed. Yes. So they are planning to shut the internet. Okay. So everything is there for you. These organizers are now asking that, wait till, since COVID-19 started, bouncers have not been working because clubs have been shut. Are you with me? Clubs have been shut. Bouncers have not been working. Bouncers are also feeling this brunt. Government doesn't even care about them. Now, government is now paying people to come and attack us when we have many of us who are bouncers. that we have a lot of money we can pay to protect us on the campaign, on the protest ground across the country. Baba, and SARS protests don't open employment opportunity for bouncers now. That's to tell you that some of you who don't know that this is no longer a flash in the pan. It is no longer a flash in the pan. It is real now. And it is always good for you to arm yourself with vital information, genuine information, so that you don't get caught unaware. Okay? You will never even get caught unaware anyway, as long as you are with Maiyegun's diary. Every update, open a new vista, open a new chapter, to even let you be ahead of those who are not thinking fast enough. You know that? There is employment opportunity. They are going to hire thousands of bouncers who are Nigerians, who are protesters themselves. They are going to pay them to help protect protesters. So if you are going to come and attack the weak among the protesters, citizens who can't really fight back, who can punch you back and do all of that, there will be bouncers to protect them because they are peaceful protesters. They are not violent. The only violent people here are those sponsored by government. And there is no narrative. There is no game that is going to make that, to twist that. It's going to be difficult. How can you twist the resolution and the mindset of people like this? According to that, according to someone who sent me that clip, that is not even in Lagos. They said it was either in Anambra or Enugu. It was in the eastern part of Nigeria, where young people, for the first time, protested and they stayed overnight, like those who have been sleeping outside in Lagos. And that's them doing the praise and worship last night, vigil. They said now vigil. They are doing a vigil. That was last night. So everyone is now covered. If they're asking you, why are you still protesting after they have told you, tell them because you don't believe them. They hate to accept it. But nobody believes them. No one believes them. They want to see it done, not being said only. But take a look at this 2 minutes, watch this 2 minute clip, which will tell you why. In fact, the real cocoa, why people are protesting, they are yet to hit the nail on the head, okay? Watch this.
For a former governor. The former governor gets 6 new cars every 3 years, even if he's opening a car shop. Deputy gets 3 or 5 cars every 3 years. The former governor gets a house in Lagos and in Abuja, any place of his choice. Why the deputy gets a house in Lagos only? Free medical care for the governor, his deputy, and their families for life. They are also entitled to cooks, steward, gardeners, and domestic staffs, all pensionable. Worst of all, 300% of annual basic salaries every 2 years as furniture allowance for the governor and his deputy. Also, 100% of annual basic salaries as house maintenance allowance. The house you build, you still maintain it for them. 2 DSS officials, 1 female officer, of course, for Madam, and 8 policemen. No wonder there are none left to guard the rest of us. Deputy governor gets 1 DSS operatives, 2 policemen. And then, listen to this also. 25% of annual salaries for personal assistants. You must get personal assistants. 30% of annual basic salaries as car maintenance. So those 6 cars, you still maintain them for them, in spite of what they had taken while in office. 20% of annual basic salary also as utility allowance, no name. Pensionable drivers, no limit to the numbers. And finally, severance benefits, like 300%. Despite all these, some of these former governors still turn the Senate into a retirement home, while others are ministers, all drawing salaries in spite of these pensions. Unfortunately, the entitlement they enjoy are far more than what political office holders in developed and rich countries enjoy. More of why we will continually remain a developing country. You can't close your eyes to this ugly trend and pretend to fight corruption. It's impossible. We all must realize that we are the ones in opposition in Nigeria and not the political office holders in either APC or PDP. And we can't build a strong and virile country where public institutions work by emptying the state treasury to take care of a few who govern the state for a maximum of 8 years, while those that served the states laying
You know, the lamentation is endless. And I decided to add that to this conversation as well this morning. They are heartless, and they will do everything to protect their interest. Stephen Umbu can tell you that he's no longer in government, but you know the truth is the Lagos still serves him. Lagos pays him. Lagos feeding. Lagos clothing. Lagos treating. Lagos schools him. And I don't know what else Lagos is not doing for him. Free of charge, and they will still steal from you because they are just like that. They're asking you, why are you protesting? Tell them you want to end that. If you are not comfortable with that, continue with your own chain. Let those who are tired take the battle on. I have this, which is, you know, a little bit of an add-on. Listen. So what happened there is that the churches are joining too. Baba Adeboye, Pastor E.A. Adeboye endorsed the protest now. If you are a Redeemed Church member, Baba has endorsed it. And it is a common sense to do. You know what Baba said? Baba said, our daughters and our sons will not be able to prophesy. Or they can only prophesy if they are alive. You can only be a professor or you can be a professor if you are alive. Therefore, end SARS now, end Swat now. No preaching, no hanky-panky, no manner of a manipulation. Straight to the point. End SARS. That is the message from Redeemed Church. Even though the #2 man in Nigeria, Ikene Shatabandu, Agboworin Babaoja, fake Pastor Ruga, the special advisor to Buhari on burial arrangement and condolence visits in the country. Oshimbade is probably the highest office holder in the Redeemed Church of God. He is supporting the brutality of civilians. He is keeping quiet while the government of Nigeria is going rogue on peaceful protesters. Now that the Baba have spoken, if they are not going to let Oshimbade speak his mind, I mean genuinely advise them openly and make them do the right thing rightly, not the way that Buhari was giggling yesterday. He was actually giggling yesterday when they told him that they have to pay compensation to families of the victims of SARS. He said, because it's like, really? Are you sure? You're joking, right? Okay, fine. Sure. Okay, we'll pay them. Okay. Do you get that now? So it is time. He should speak up too. Or he should just resign and pick up the tattered image, whatever is left of his haggard and tattered image. He should just go back and crawl back to his wife, and they should pack off and leave that asshole rock, in my own opinion. So, Pastor Adefarati, Pastor Kumuyi, so many of them have now said, end SARS, Catholic Church, and the rest. They are all coming up to say, end SARS, end SARS. Well, you know, say Buhari is deaf and dumb, He's deaf and dumb. I'm not sure if he's blind too. But however, he's deaf and dumb. He's just a breathing mannequin. And a breathing mannequin doesn't think, it doesn't talk. It gets pushed, they dress him up, they open his mouth, just like a puppet. or a puppet. Yeah. So we hope they will listen, and that is that. So what we're going to do today, the feminist coalition on Twitter are massive. Honestly speaking, I don't know if it's okay to stereotype, but I'm going to rather just call them the women. These women who have stood up, they too, they are against the police brutality because they know that they are victims. Why the young men are being extorted for money, young women are being extorted for money, and their bodies, they are being raped, their bodies being violated every now and then. That is why I'm so happy that they are taking the battle on and they are making a lot of difference. So I don't know if I should call them feminists, but that's what they call themselves, a feminist coalition, which has done so greatly well, to be honest with you, that they even got the endorsement of Twitter, woman power. You cannot underplay it. In time like this, it is working for the young people of Nigeria, the women power, the woman's power. So yes, they have raised a lot of money. They have helped a lot of people during this protest, and they are not giving up. They are so determined, that you would love to actually be a feminist. I might actually end up being a feminist too, but I don't know that kind of stereotyping, so to say. So I just respect them as women who are doing wonderful things that are probably, even like a greater than, they are more courageous, honestly speaking. They've added a lot of support to this campaign. They are actually making it happen. I have to be honest, if I don't want to just, be dilly-dallying about it. Yes, you should follow them on Twitter, genuine information from them, genuine support from them. If you are protesting in Nigeria and you need support, you need to be covered. Yeah, there is insurance for you, Baba. They are not sending you to go and die. They said go out peacefully, but they know they will either attack you. They have ambulances. They are asking people to come and donate blood now. Can you beat that? And the joke on the street right now, it's not even a joke, it's a fact, right? The joke on the street right now, the fact on the street right now is that so far so good they have spent, will you believe it? The protest, to maintain the protest so far in Nigeria, they have only spent about 13 million naira. Can you beat that? When I told you that they were buying this, buying that, supplying food, supplying medicals, and the rest of that throughout all the 90 spots, these guys have only spent 13 pounds. So if they can use 13 pounds to provide electricity, provide medicals, to provide food, 3 square meal a day, they are given to protesters, to drink, and transportation, and so on and so forth. If they can spend 13 million for for 8 days, when you are using 13 million to feed one senator in a month, one senator. Imagine what the young people can do if they have the control of their government, if they have the control of their lives, if they are allowed to be prosperous in their own right. So they have done so well. I'm going to advise you, follow them. If you are in Nigeria, if you are willing to support the protest, they have not been promoting the Flutterwave online banking yet. It seems they are having problems. The Nigerian government is attempting with that. They are trying to shut that down. And that's where they have a lot of money. But do not fret, okay? They have opened their Bitcoin account. Just go there, valid. Even Twitter verified it. Twitter verified the link. Go and use that and support them from all over the world. Send them good money. Let them raise 1 billion naira for this protest and shock the people. Do you know they are also planning now to start their own political party? The young people political party in Nigeria and the rest of that. They are optimistic. They are determined, and the rest support them. Okay, last, you will chase away the criminals, not just Buhari, those who have been on the G oppressor, on the G criminals who are benefiting from the rot in Nigeria. When you chase them away, you can have a country where referendum will not be treason, where you can easily ask for referendum and nobody will shoot you and call you a criminal. For now, the current country you have is where anybody, if you stand up and say you are this, it's happening already. That is why you have to end this first. When you end it, then you have a country that actually, recognizes you and your own agitation and your own interest. not the country that will send soldiers to go and kill you. They are about to send their soldiers on the streets now. Buratai is collating the list now. They want to go and brutalize women. They want to go and brutalize young men and women on the streets. Who does that? And he said his only allegiance, his own loyalty is to the president. It's only in a dictatorship that saw the chief of the leader, I mean, the head of the army will tell the whole world and say, my loyalty is to the president. Who the hell are you? What kind of education are they giving these people? What kind of training? They call themselves general, colonel, general, but they never fought any war. They've only fought killing. I mean, the only war they have fought in their lives is to kill their own fellow Nigerians. And they give themselves general this, colonel that, general this. They never fought anything. They didn't go abroad to fight any war. They didn't, even Boko Haram war, they couldn't defeat. But if you see this one, they say it's a general. This one is a general. Now, many of them will become general again by moving the tank, rolling the tank onto the streets to attack criminals. I mean, sorry, to attack protesters, bunch of criminals they are. So eventually, it's going to end up as St. Nigeria now. No rush. That's why I said, that's part of the request, Vivian. But part of the request is that they should pay all the victims of SARS. And I said that last night. I said, listen, the Nigeria government or the Nigeria regime, they have no idea what they are already into. If they have an idea of what they are into, to you and me, they will start liquidating their fraud. They will start liquidating all the stolen money they have stolen and start making other arrangements. The Nigeria they have now will no longer be available. They stole it from the real owners from 1966. It has expired, right? It has expired. The Nigeria that our forefathers signed up for was not one Nigeria, okay? It was a Nigeria with many nations. Do you get that now? We were on our own before these guys used the force of arm to force a unitary system of government on the rest of the country, and they want the rest of the country to live with that or die asking questions. That fake Nigeria they forced on you since 1966 is expiring. And a smart politician right now, a smart criminal or thief in Nigeria right now will begin to liquidate all his own stolen wealth and get rid of whatever he can get rid of now, because some of them are going to be lost, especially the landed property and so many other properties they have stolen from you. This protest is still going to lead to that. And they should know. They should know. And if they don't and continue to grandstand, they will lose a lot. The young people in Nigeria have lost a lot. They have lost a lot in their own, from childhood to adulthood. They have lost a lot. There's absolutely nothing left for them to lose except their lives. And they are not ready to lose that by cowing and bowing to the people who made them lose everything in the first place, okay? So is that how the government do the right thing? Answer every demand, put action to it by not just saying we are going to do it. Put action into it and they should be seen doing it. It's a matter of time. We'll see how today plays out. We'll see how long Buratai will hold. We'll see how long Buhari is going to give the order. And then we'll see how long they will begin to set up the, what do you call it? They should begin to set up the panel of inquiry that is indeed going to investigate all the killings. As I'm talking to you right now, as I'm speaking here right now, ladies and gentlemen, the police officers who killed 10 protesters, they are still wearing the uniform. They are still going to the offices. The Nigerian police is yet to even identify and name one of them, or tell us that they have arrested all of them and show them to us on camera, and let us see them and the victims of those they killed. Let us see the Nigerian police IG go to the houses of the families of those they killed, their children during this protest. Everyone affected. They should show it on TV, not sitting down in one office in Abuja doing press conference every morning and night, why they are lying to the rest of the world. They are plotting deadly attacks on the protesters. They are doing a lot to end the protest, not because they want to do what the protesters want, but because they know they won't do what they want, and they can pretend to buy time for a longer time. But tell them, they are dealing with a different generation. They are dealing with a different scenario completely. Tell them. And no matter if they are using the old ways of tackling this to end this one today, they will be shooting themselves in the foot. You know why? They say now only madman will be doing the same thing again and again and again and expect a different result. They have been doing it with this current generation. It's not going to work. It hasn't worked so far. It's not going to work. So it is either you begin to show that you are doing it, arrest all those who killed those 10 protesters in Nigeria in the last 8 days. Those who killed those 10 protesters, arrest them. Arrest all their DPOs. Arrest all the area commanders of the areas where the protesters have been attacked. Bring them onto the TV. Show their faces. Put their faces beside every protester they killed, and let the probe begin. Then the protester will begin to believe you that okay, we are, and then all those harassing people on the street gone. No more police harassment. Nobody checking anybody's phone. Nobody stopping you on the street asking stupid questions. Once the people start saying we no longer see them again, and in fact, those who shot people have been arrested. We have seen them. And this panel of inquiry is also helping the victims' family to connect to the killers of their own family members, to the killers of their loved ones. If you don't do all of this and you say government is trying to do everything, government is working, you are deceiving yourselves. And let me tell you something. If you are 40 years and above and you are thinking like that, Baba, don't give yourself hypertension. The game just they start, okay? You yourself, maybe you could join those who are going to protest to support government last, because the game is just starting. Those they are talking to are not as dumb as the generation before them. They are not as gentle as the generation before them. We call them Indomie generation, phone pressing generation. They don't do anything, they just press phone. This young people, they don't do anything, all they do is press phone. You are about to know why they have been pressing phone. And why they call them Indomie generation. You are about to find out. Don't give yourself any heart attack. Just watch. And if you know if you take them, call MC Oluomo. Let them give you your own uniform and your own cutlass. You will meet them on the street. And to the conveners and the organizers of the End SWAT now in Nigeria, you have the global support. Please don't lose it. Don't back out. This is your last chance. Last chance. It is your only card. If you don't play it well, you will never get another chance. The whole world is behind you now. Those who are going to be against you, they are not even up to 1% of those that are supporting you. So go on. Don't back down. Don't change your course. The rest of the crusade will meet you on the campaign ground, on the protest ground. You are still going to ask for a working country. You are still going to ask Buhari to go. Many of you are still going to ask for the end of Nigeria. You are still going to ask you are asking the IG to go. Very soon you are going to ask Buratai to go. Very soon you are going to ask an end to the humongous bogus salary they are paying to the public office holder in Nigeria. They are paying to senators. You are still going to ask that they should scrap the Senate. You don't want Senate anymore. In fact, anybody who wants to be a lawmaker in Nigeria should not get more than this and that. You are still going to ask for more. Okay, but the only thing that will make you or will deny you the opportunity of asking for more is if you listen to them and you back out. They're going to aggravate you. They're going to upset you. They're going to try to crush you, but they cannot crush you because they don't have a clue of what is driving you. And to us, also amplifying it for you from outside Nigeria, be rest assured, yes, we will tell the world to raise money for you. We will tell the whole world to probe those who attack you. We will tell the whole world to come after those who have the power and using that power to suppress you now. Your president may eventually have to go and die somewhere in a very far land, in prison. That is Buhari. All those people grandstanding today, many of those ministers in Nigeria, many of those soldiers, many of those commanders in the Nigerian Army, Air Force, and those who are still going to be drafted into this to crush protest, to crush peaceful protest in Nigeria. Many of them are not going to end up in Nigeria. They are going to live the rest of their lives outside Nigeria. This is going to come to an end. Let me tell you something. Nothing starts that will not come to an end. Keep this video. This whole thing is going to end someday. Someday that I don't know how soon or later it's going to be. But when this whole dust settles, many of those oppressors you see in black tinted cars today, many of those oppressors you see inside, what do you call it, flying over you, over the jets right now. Many of them you see today bragging about how nothing will happen if they will get away with anything because they have been getting away. Many of them are not going to live the rest of their lives in Nigeria. This generation will expose the impunity in Nigeria, and this generation will help them buy the ticket that will make them end up in the egg. So we will continue to help them. We will continue to help you too. The support you are getting on the streets, please don't take it for granted. No alcohol at the protest ground. Don't share alcohol. Don't share drug. Don't share weed. Keep them away as much as you can. Control the protest ground. Do not give them the opportunity to excuse, to bring you down. I don't know how they are going to do it. It's not going to happen. However, please, let's stay safe. Let's be the society you want to be. Show what it should be, that you wanted it to be, not what you are condemning. Do not be what you are condemning. Try to be the better version of what you are condemning. I have seen so much prudency, transparency, and accountability in the art of raising money and coordinating these protests in Nigeria. Let nobody deceive you. The protest in Nigeria is now well coordinated. It's more or less like when we're having our protest in the UK, or having our protest in America, or having this worldwide protest like you had there of George Floyd. This similar thing is happening in Nigeria. Well coordinated, well funded, remotely independent. No one can control, and you cannot pinpoint and identify who exactly is behind it, because everyone is. We are all anonymous. And that is why today they are taking the fight to the next level. For those who are just joining me, yes, I grabbed a pic. I mean, I grabbed a clip earlier from the program. I will play that to you again. You see, the young people are using everything they have to fight the oppression and the oppressive rigged system in Nigeria. Okay, they are using everything they have, the technology, social media, and the rest. Nigeria government is threatening to shut down internet in the next few days. They always threaten to do that, but Nigerians will find another way. But there is also another protest that is also against the police in Nigeria, led by the Anonymous. The Anonymous, which is this prominent, famous online, they call them the online black web or dark web activists. These are the people who can hack any account, government account from any part of the world, department of government account, to expose corruption, expose or shut down the government website as a protest. They are now interested in Nigeria. So it is no longer about the end SARS that they are sending thugs after you. There's more to come. And this is the clip from the Anonymous. I think you should listen to that again for those who joined me later, because I played that from the early part of the broadcast. So watch this.
Greetings, citizens of the world. This is Anonymous.
We do not forget. No matter how much time passes.
We do not forget.
It has been called to notice worldwide that the Nigerian government failed to stop the police brutality during the obvious peaceful protest. The country has recorded over 10 deaths of its citizens gunned down by the accused police. This proved the level of brutality caused by the police and the government, who have both violated the right of the citizens. Irrespective of tribe, race, disheartening that you won't bring to justice every police who have involved in killing of the protesters due to the deep secret that caused the loyalties that lies between you and the people in your government. This is not a threat, this is a peaceful warning from us. You have 72 HRS to hear and assure your citizens. Your time starts now. Remember, we are watching. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
That's from the anonymous. For those who have been very used, if you are so used to, what do you call it, to online hacking activists, right? You will not really be surprised about the anonymous. And they didn't just make a video, okay? They didn't just make a video. They actually carried out some hacking last night, okay? They hacked into the Nigerian police payroll. They hacked into the Nigerian police payroll. So they managed to, they hacked and they released informations about those who are working in SARS and few other departments in the police yesterday. All of that pictures, all of that details are online right now. They broke into the website. Broke into their payroll, got all those informations, names of the police officers, their phone numbers, their addresses, the bank, their bank account details, the bank they have, the institution they are banking with, and so all those information were released yesterday. Thousands of those information were released yesterday. That is called and they now gave Nigeria 72 HRS. HRS means hours. Okay, 72 hours means 3 days. 3 days means to end SARS, not just to end SARS, to begin to arrest and the prosecution of all those who killed protesters. So don't mix it up. Their demand is that, and when you say anonymous, I know what they can do, but I'm not going to let you have my word for it now until they do it. You know why? So they won't say Maiyegun or report my video and say Maiyegun is asking for no. You heard the video. They said it is going to be a peaceful warning. A peaceful warning means we are not going to do anything to you or anything. We are a legion. We are not a terrorist, but we are activists that will actually expose you more than how you would ever manage it. Okay, if you continue to kill protesters, continue to attack protesters, or continue to shield criminal policemen who have killed protesters. So they are very, very clear. And that is where I'm going to draw the curtain today. That we will follow it up later tonight. If you have the time, I would say join me later tonight, anytime from 9 p.m. Okay? Anytime from 9 p.m. where we'll get an update on how far is it going. Okay? This is day 8 rather, because it's almost 8 days now. Yeah, day 8 where the protest officially kicked off. So we will take it up later tonight and see where it is headed again. Thank you so much for your time. You should have a blessed morning. But before I go, let me give a quick shout out to these my two wonderful people. Yemi Oluwo, good morning, sir. Good morning. There, I got yeah, thank you very much, Baba. God bless you. Yemi Oluwo, I got your super sticker there. It's well appreciated. Another one is from my dear person, Christy. Christy A, great work, my brother. Please talk about our petition and poll. I'm not sure you are aware of it. Thank you. I believe you are talking about the Oduduwa poll. Please remind me, because I've actually participated in so many polls myself lately. I have participated in Oduduwa Republic poll, which we've promoted several times as well. I've participated in Ban El-Rufai from UK poll. I've participated in that. I've also participated in EndSARS poll when it started. Not even poll, petition rather. I participated in that and I signed up. Please remind me, Christy, before I go, if I can give an answer on that, or if I have to pass a message to our viewers on it, if you are still there. Okay. Oh, is it that of the Oduduwa Republic? Of course. I haven't seen the poll because I've not been on Facebook. I've been following on Twitter a lot. But I've not really seen a poll going on. Please, if you have any, you can give me more extra days. There's a place we can amplify it. And you can also help me post that in the comment section now, please. If you do that, I may easily copy that, all right, and use that on my next program. God bless you. It is Oduduwa poll. I have participated in one, and if there's a new one, please drop the link in the comment, okay? There are many Oduduwans watching as well, and there are so many people who are like friends of Oduduwa land that are also watching. They will sign the poll for us, and we will poll everybody. So please drop the link if you have it, or I can have it once I come back from the Facebook restriction. We can easily amplify it there because more people will get access to it. So thank you so much, all of you, for your time. And this morning, I'm going to see you later tonight with more updates on how far did you go today. Thank you. Have a good afternoon. Hello there. I just quickly got that super sticker just the moment I was clicking to go away, and it is from Dipo Shotire. God bless you, sir. I get that, and I can't ignore it because it just came in now. Thank you very much, and I'm going to quickly give it a shout out to Sir Dipo Shotire. God bless you, and good afternoon to you, everybody.
Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé Maiyegun ti dé Ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki Maiyegun ti dé Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé lórí Facebook Maiyegun ti dé Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé lórí YouTube Maiyegun ti dé Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́ Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé ijó ìgbádìyẹ Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé tí gómìnà kówó jẹ Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá Ani esunraki aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o Ani esunraki òkúrọ̀ olóṣèlú Ani esunraki ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki Maiyegun ti dé.